that, let me pin that. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game. 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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game. Let me put you on the game right now.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And today we here to talk about how if she doesn't love her father, she can't love you. That's just facts, gentlemen. If you pay attention, you'll hear women say all the time, pay attention to how a man treats his mother, and that's a big indication of how he's going to treat you, which to an extent is true. If you guys never heard of the Oedipus complex, look it up. It was by Sigmund Freud, but it basically says, people take the sex part out of it. Essentially what that's trying to tell you is we formulate our opinions on the opposite sex based upon our parents, okay? So we either go out and we look for someone just like our mom and dad, or we look for someone to be the complete opposite of our mom and dad. Like in my case, I look for women who are the opposite of my mom and my sister, because my mom and my sister, my dad was a piece of crap. So that forced them to become masculine. And I don't want a masculine woman. I like cute, feminine, submissive, quiet, pretty, nurturing women. Okay? I can be friends with masculine women, but I cannot date them. And the reason I say to you guys all the time, if she don't love her dad, she can't love you, is because, again, if the relationship you're going to have with opposite sex is established by the relationship you have with your parents, how can you have a good relationship with men if you don't love your dad? How can you have a good relationship with men if you don't know your dad? Either two situations, that's beyond a red flag. I wouldn't even date a woman who doesn't know her dad or doesn't love her dad, or doesn't at least have some type of respectful, loving relationship with some kind of man, because she doesn't have that. She's never going to be able to have that with you. She's never going to be able to respect you. Okay, and I mean, that's an issue from her childhood. She'll have to get therapy to get over that. I'm going to give you guys an example really quick. 2 examples really quick, okay? My longest relationship was with a woman who was raised by a single mother, and she didn't know her father. Now, my best relationship was with a woman who was raised by her mom and her dad. That was my best relationship. She was super feminine, super cute. You know what I'm saying? She would let me take the lead, let me be the man. Every now and then she would do stuff for me too, but she was more so focused on cooking, more so focused on cleaning. She would read her books, she would knit, stuff like that, okay? But she did tend to get bored. She wasn't big on dancing like that. She wasn't really versatile on what she liked. She kind of just, like I said, read, knitted, and sewed, okay? So my longest relationship was with this girl. When I got with her, I did realize a lot of this stuff that I realize now, but she taught the game that made me feel like she could turn down basically kind of that masculine energy and become a little bit more feminine. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I got with her because she was literally like my best friend. To me, she was like the coolest girl in the world. She kind of understood things from the male perspective, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have ridiculously high expectations. It seemed like it was gonna work out, but once I got into a relationship with her, I realized, I said, this woman doesn't like men. It was constant emasculation all the time. Like, it was cool when we was smoking. It was cool when we was, drinking. It was cool when we was watching the game or playing the game or going to the movies, because she liked anime and sci-fi, and like she liked sports. You know what I'm saying? She could twerk, all that type of stuff. She was a freak, all that type of stuff. So like I said, the friendship part was there, but when it came to the relationship, she could cook a little bit, but not really like that. She would clean, but not consistently. I could tell cleaning was a chore to her. It wasn't something that she wanted really to do. She just did it when it was necessary. I'm like, damn, what the hell? And stuff like that. She never really knitted. She never really sewed. She had a better relationship with men than she had with women, which, like I said, when I was younger, I wasn't really paying attention to that. I'm like, damn, you don't really got that many girlfriends. And the girlfriends she did have was hoes, of course, because she was masculine, whatever the case may be. But the biggest thing that ruined it was I was always being challenged, okay? I always had more money than she did. I always paid the majority of the bills, okay? This girl had never even been out of her state before she got with me. She went to 5 different states and out of the country twice when we was together, and none of that mattered. At the end of the day, I was still always, you think you can control me, or you think you can run me, or I'm not a bum chick, I do this, I do that. There was always a constant power struggle. She didn't want to submit. And it was sad at times because I could tell she wanted to. Like, when she tried to, she would like serve me food and stuff. Her family, and I told y'all, my sisters and my mom is masculine too. They'd always be like, you don't have to serve him. You don't have to give him nothing. You don't got to do that, da, 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 da. And she'd do it anyway. But I could tell subconsciously she wanted the validation of these masculine black women who don't have respect for men. So because of that, it would cause an issue to her. Like, to her, it was making her look bad to serve me, to clean for me, to cater to me. Despite the fact that I was paying the majority of the bills, despite the fact that I changed this woman's whole entire life, I upgraded her whole life situation. Okay, but anytime I wanted any type of submission or any type of control, there was always pushback. There was a constant power struggle. Every time I did something, she would try to do something just to say, well, I did this. I could never be a proper man with her. Okay, like, she would try to start fights over anything. She'd swing and stuff like that. And so eventually I had to choose the peace, quiet, and freedom. I'm never going to have peace, quiet, and freedom with this woman. I'm never going to be able to properly lead with this woman because she wasn't raised to follow. She was raised in survival mode because she was raised by a single mother. You guys got to understand, women raised by single mothers teach them how to survive. They don't teach them how to be wives. They don't teach them how to submit. They don't give them cookbooks. They don't teach them how to knit. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach them to clean consistently and be up on that type of stuff. They teach them to go out there and get it. They teach them to run dudes. And then the next problem you're going to run into with masculine women or women who didn't have their fathers is a lot of them aren't aware that their mother's masculine. So they're used to seeing their mother kind of treat the dudes, because masculine women look for weaker men. And that's why I said she looked for me. The fact that she even looked for me showed me she was trying to be feminine, but there was like a conflict there. It was like she wanted to be a woman. She wanted to be taken care of. She wanted to be a housewife, but she just couldn't do it. She needed the validation of her friends who did not have strong men around, and her family who did not have strong men around. She needed their validation, and she could not get that by submitting to me. Okay, but she needed that validation from them because she never received love from a man. They never received proper love from a man. You get what I'm saying to you? So that's the type of women she was naturally attracted to. She wasn't naturally attracted to like feminine women because she didn't really do feminine things. Like I said, the thing that made her like my best friend was that she did a lot of things that dudes did, but she had a vagina attached to her and she was pretty. But she did a lot of things that dudes did. So eventually, like I said, I got tired of the conflicts. I got tired of the fighting. Like, this woman would really, literally fight. This woman would go through my phone and literally be talking to other dudes, her damn self. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Going out and doing what she want to do and all this other stuff, but felt the right to go through my phone and try to control where I was going and ask me where I'm at and tell me what I should be doing. You don't tell me shit. You don't tell me shit. Especially when you're the lesser of the two in these relationships. But again, like I said, that comes from having a mom who pushed away strong men and only dealt with weak men so that she could be the dominant. So this woman did not know how to properly deal with a real man. So I had to take off. Because I know how this ends, man. They start hitting you. They start breaking stuff. They start throwing stuff all over the place. Next, they start going through your phone. And then, like I said, when you go through there, they're going to be talking to other dudes, but they don't want you talking to other women. They basically going to try to make you the girl of the relationship. And with a dude like me, they ain't about to work. So I had to bop. We still friends and everything, but I'm telling you guys, you can avoid this situation, those types of situations easily, by just not dealing with women who don't have a strong male figure around. I'll give you guys one more story before I get out of here. I went on a date recently, right, with this chick. First thing she did, she got in the car. I said, hey, what's good with you? She turned down my radio. You can't make this up. She turned down my radio and she said to me, you can't talk with music playing. You don't do that. I just made direct eye contact with her. I'm like, okay, in my head, I know I'm never going to talk to this girl again. Like, I already know this in my head, right? But I'm like, all right, we already out here. I already paid for everything, so we just going to chill. She knew she messed up because she kept saying, are you okay? Are you okay? Why aren't you saying anything? I was like, well, I never had anyone get in my car, turn my music down, and then tell me how to talk or when to talk or how to do anything. And my shit. This is my shit. This ain't your car. This is my shit. I picked you up. I understand you have a car, but I picked you up. And then she's all like, oh, okay, did you consider that rude? Bruh, who the hell wouldn't consider that rude? Of course I considered that rude. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, whatever, we're not going to have a convo about this because if it's one thing I know about people, they're unaccountable. So having a convo with them about how they fucked up is pointless. All right, so I'm just like, we just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to our wine tasting. We're gonna have a good time, which we did. We went ahead. We went to our wine tasting. We had a good time. So now we in the crib. You know what I'm saying? She like, you want to come up? I come up. You already know I put it down or whatever. The very first thing she said after I did that is, well, are you a boy or a man? What? I picked you up, took you on a date, and you got the nerve to ask me if I'm a boy or a man. So at that point, I just asked her out of curiosity. I said, were you raised by a single mother? And she said, well, yeah. And I already knew what time it was. So I didn't say nothing else. And it's funny because she knew, just like the other girl I told y'all about, where I was like, deep down, she really wanted to be the housewife, but she just couldn't do it because she was raised with a survival mindset. I could tell this girl knew she messed up, because the next thing she said to me, she's like, I'm sorry, sometimes I can't be that woman who, I feel like I don't need no man and da-da-da-da-da, I have a nice place and I live downtown and stuff like that. I'm like, listen, chick, I live 6 minutes away from you, downtown too. I got my own whip. I picked you up. I took you on a date. You're not going to be able to bully me. I'm not a dude who doesn't have anything. That's not going to work. Okay? But she knew she messed up, because when I was leaving, she was all like, are you going to call me again? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? I didn't say anything to her. And of course I left, and I never called her again. Listen, guys, it's not a red flag. It's a crimson flag. If she does not love her father, or at least some type of man in her immediate vicinity, she cannot love you. She just can't do it, because she's not going to be able to respect your authority and your position as a man properly, because she's never had to do it and she's never seen anyone do it. Unfortunately, as black men, 75% of our women ain't never seen a real man before. So this is a problem you're going to run into a lot. The best advice I can give you guys is, like I tell y'all all the time, the good girls, the girls raised in the suburbs, the girls who had their fathers around, yes, they can be a little bit boring. Yes, they might only talk about their career or what they watched on TV or whatever the case may be. But it's better to have stability, okay? And then to have this fun, masculine thought who bang on you all the time, but she can't do anything you actually need to constructively build a family. It's like my man Wale said, the bad girls ain't no good, but the good girls ain't no fun. When you grow up and you mature, like I'm 30 years old, y'all, I don't give a damn about fun no more. I can go out with my boys and I can have fun, okay? I need someone, if you're going to be in my domicile, I need someone who can complement my life, okay? I make enough money. I don't need no equal partnership. I don't do equal partnership. I need someone who's going to cook. I need someone who's going to clean. I need someone who's going to be nurturing. I need someone who's going to be caring. I need someone who's going to be a good mom and going to put being a good mom first, and only really worry about money and the support facet, as if something falls off or I need help for a bit, she can do that. Okay, and you're only really going to get that from suburban average girls. You're not going to get that from turned up IG models. You're not going to get that from single parent households. You're not going to get that from women who don't like their father. If they can't respect their father, or they don't respect their father, or they don't love any man that you can see in your vicinity, they're not going to be able to love you. So that's, like I said, that's not even a red flag. That's a crimson flag. If she does not have a man she loves, do not deal with her. It's just that simple. I hate to be that cold, but that's what it is. I'm Alex, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.